Check this out. Smoked salmon seafood dip. That's the final step. Now when I pull this out in part 3, I only microwaved it for a small 4-minute burst. The cheese was melting all over the place. Luckily it did not go over the sides. I pulled it out of the microwave and let it cool off for a hot minute. Well, I got part 3 uploaded. And while I was getting part 3 uploaded, part 4 was taking that fork, taking one whole can of smoked salmon seafood dip, sprinkling it on top. Now, I sprinkled it on top after part 3 and after it cooled off for a very, very, very long time. I was able to pick up the bowl and it didn't burn the fuck out of my hands. So part 4, you want to take some smoked salmon seafood dip. You'll plop it all over after part 3. Part 3, I did like a 4-minute burst just to melt the cheese on top of the gravy. And I took it out of the microwave and I had to let it cool off for a significant amount of time because that microwave is high-powered. A high-powered microwave gets the job done. But I digress. You might be looking at these mashed potatoes like, oh, that's bloody disgusting. But part 4, you take an entire jar of smoked salmon seafood dip. See the texture? See the coloration? Yes. Now, after I did that, I stuck it back in the fridge to cool it off a bit further. And, it's not looking half bad. I'd definitely munch out on it. I'll let it cool off overnight, though. You're thinking to yourself, that looks so fucking messed up, Cobra. Why would you do that? But that's the fun of it, isn't it? You watch a King Cobra cooking video and you're like, what's part 4? Part 4, taking it out of the microwave after a good burst to melt all the cheese. You know what's up. Part 3, let it cool off. And part 4, by the time you get to part 4, your mashed taters should be, like, you should be able to pick up this big ass bowl without burning the fuck out of your hands. Like, I had to take this out of the microwave because it was piping hot. But you all seem to like the food hacks and the cooking videos. So I thought I'd take it out of the cooling stage and flash it for part 4. I like seafood. So we put some of that smoked salmon and seafood dip on top. And there's our fork to try it. Excellent. We'll let it cool off for the morning. Now, I wasted an entire can on the potatoes, but I wouldn't say it's a waste. Because this is an unopened can, and I want to show you the ingredients I used to finish it. It's not a waste if it looks that good. To me, it looks a little funky. To me, it looks funky. But to be honest, do it taste good? It tastes good. You know what I'm saying? I suppose it's the fun of a YouTube video, isn't it? People are looking at all this stuff, and I would keep this in the fridge because when you have that salmon smoky dip says keep refrigerated, so if I'm going to put it on top of the taters, you definitely want to keep it refrigerated. After a couple bites before sticking it back in the fridge, I'll be snacking on this for the next couple of days. Big old bowl of mashed potatoes and gravy and cheese. It's not much different than poutine. Potatoes, fries, and gravy and that kind of thing. Cheese. It definitely looks flashy enough on camera, but is it good? Can you make instant potatoes into a snack? A snack that says, yeah, it's been a night. There's a big old chunk of it. Because as soon as I smeared the salmon sauce on top of it, I stuck it in the fridge for a couple of minutes. And now the bowl is just like cold to the touch. I can handle it with ease and I don't burn the fuck out of myself. A little later to take. Oven mitts to lift it out of the microwave on step 3, but it is what it is. Now here's the thing of it. Is this combination of mashed potatoes weird? Yes. Is it a big bowl of mush? Yes. This is absolutely tasty. Yeah, it's decent. I'm not just saying that. I'll stick that back in the fridge and keep that cold and fresh so I can munch out on it for the rest of, until the bowl gets emptied, of course, because I'm not letting this go to the waste. Like, what the fuck is this? Mashed potatoes and fish and chips. Even the Brits say fish and chips. That's a really shitty Josh joke, but I went for it. People are like, part 4, this I gotta see. What the fuck's he gonna do to put on top of it? Now, the smoky salmon dip is optional, but that's how I would chop this greasy monstrosity of ghastly proportions of calories. Well, if you can see me just throwing this around right now, if you can see the cheesy goodness. Part 3 hit, I let that son bitch cool off. Part 4, I slapped a whole can of that sauce, the salmon sauce on there. Stuck it back in the fridge to let it cool off. In between those steps, it was, because when I took it out in step 3, like, my hands are like not having it, so I had to use my mitts to do it, but I honestly don't care because this made a really delicious food hack. It's really